And then when they get older, what's going to happen? Tell me. They believe that this is all, you know what I mean? They believe that this is all the norm. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, these little psychological traumas that we have, that we take for granted, that we take as nothing and we take for the norm, is not the norm. When somebody from the outside look into our neighborhood and they see, you know, how emotionless we are to blood, to trauma, to violence, to death, to rape, you know what I mean? It's like they look at us like we're savages. But at the end of the day, we love each other. The same way I could say my homie chopped the dude head off and up north doing 675 years. You understand what I'm saying? I say it like it's nothing because it is nothing to me, because back then my mind framed that it was survival. But now at 57 and going through the psychological courses that I went through, I knew that that's not normal. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, I can't say, I'd be lying if I say that he's not my friend. You know what I mean? I know friends that the courts label serial killers. Dudes with over 30, 40 bodies. You understand what I'm saying? But they're my friends. I understand them. I understand from the trauma that I've been through to understand the trauma that they've been through and why they did the things they did. But that's why I'm saying, don't get involved with the game. Stay in school. Stay away from the bull crap, because, you know, you don't want to have to go through making these choices. Then when the people pick you up, they want you to tell, did you see who shot the guy at the dice game? You seen who stabbed the guy at the dice game? You seen who raped the little girl? I mean, and then we do what they call, you know, don't snitch. You know what I mean? But that's because that's been embedded in us, that you mind your damn business. You know what I mean? If somebody gets shot, you know, from the way I was raised, I looked at it like the nigga deserved it. The nigga did something to piss him off. You know what I mean? Nigga did something to piss him off. You know what I mean? You know, a little girl get raped. Don't hold me for what I'm saying, but this is how it was back then. A little girl get raped. You hear sister got raped. You be like, I think back on a little girl. And you remember she used to always come walking down the street in poom poom shorts with a belly out and a little breast growing and people looking at her all crazy. And I look at her as a little girl, but others is looking at her as a grown woman because their mind is twisted, because they grew up in a household maybe where they saw little girls or little boys being molested, or maybe they was molested. And that become the norm. You know what I mean? But the things that we accept for the norm is abnormal. It's abnormal, man. You know?